It's a new year, niggas. It's a new motherfucking year. And I'm still a bad bitch. It's very exhausting. My knees are in pain. However, you know, here I am today. I think this video might be a story time. Introducing the wine that brought my daughter here. I'm just saying, if you a bad bitch, if you don't know about this shit, I don't know. Are you really a bad bitch? All right, yeah. So this is the story about how I had sex with my coworker's son. Nah, for real. Like, I'm just a scandalous girl. Like, nothing major for real. You know. Let's get into the story. So, I was working at this little diner, this little spot. I have friends there. I was pretty much the same bitch that I am everywhere else. Made friends. It was cool. Blase, blase, blah. And there was a lady there. She is about my mom's age. But I befriended her. She was hella cool. And we always spoke in passing. If she had something going on, I would go blase, blase. That was that. So one day I was at my friend's house that also happens to work at the job. So we were just chilling. We were just chilling and shit like that. So my friend, her place, she got her place through help of the lady that we work with. So she comes and checks up and shit like that, and a whole lot of drama that then went on at the spot that I might talk about. I don't fucking know. But yeah, so that was that, right? Boom. I fucking I'm fucking chilling over there, and she starts to come over. We're gonna call the lady whose son it is Margaret. We gonna call her Margaret. So Margaret comes over while I'm at my friend's house. We gonna just call my friend Fifi because it's really not nothing that crazy, and that's close to her name. So yeah, so she came and she was about to bring Fifi over to her house, just to chill or whatever vibe, whatever the fuck. So she brought her, and she was like, "Oh, Cree, you don't want to come? You don't want to come hang out with us?" And at first, I was not gonna come. I wasn't gonna come, right? But I decided to come, and I remember I had faux locks in my hair this day. I had like a black T-shirt, but black boy shorts, and like the bubble slides. You feel me? But pretty girl, still gay. So I decided to go. We go. We walk in the house. I'm knowing that I'm about to meet one of Keisha's sons, but honestly, like, why am I saying the bitches' names and shit? It really don't matter for real. Like, y'all, like, some of y'all that know me, y'all might know. Some of y'all that don't know, motherfucking know. I don't, fuck it. Anyways, we was about to meet her son. I know we was about to meet her sons, and there's a friend who also works at the job who's best friends with Margaret. So she's there. So called, she's talking to the son, right? But I didn't know that this was the son she's supposed to be talking to, because when we came in the spot, that boy did not know her. He was all cree, cree, cree. And I was like, ooh, 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 I don't know about you. And then everybody saw how bad he was on my body. The other brother wanted me. Margaret even wanted me at the time. So it was just crazy. I'm about to take my damn glasses off. This is why nobody can say, I don't get my nails done, but like nobody can say when I do get my nails done that, oh, I'm just trying to talk with my hands. I'm used to having my natural nails as long as hell, so I'm just used to moving my hands all. I'm about to whip my glasses off. Anyway, so yeah. She comes, we come in there or whatever, and he like acting like he know her. He's all about me, for real, for real. He's all in my face, like he's trying to ask me to do his hair and shit like that. I'm telling that boy I don't do hair. Like, he flirting with me or whatever. So we kind of get to know each other a little bit, but I'm like, at the time, I'm like, my standards is too high. Like, My standards wasn't hella high, but I still wanted a nigga that was better off than me. Not a nigga that's living with his mama and a nigga who is on house arrest. Like, this nigga just got out of jail. He was on house arrest, mind you. Like, come on. Like, that was not what I was. That's not tea. That's not the tea that I was going for. You feel me? It wasn't. So, yeah, boom. So, so yeah, like, basically after that, he followed me on Instagram. The next day, the very next day, Margaret had a cookout. And of course I was invited, and of course niggas wanted me to come. Of course, Son wanted me to come. We gonna call him Son. Son wanted me to come. So, you feel me? Yeah, so I'm like, all right, but I wasn't even thinking about Son at all. I ain't gonna lie. Fifi and like people was just kind of hating. They was like, oh girl, don't talk to him. He was just trying to talk to so and so yesterday. He was da da da. Girl, don't talk to him. And it's crazy. But I'm like, girl, I'm not even thinking about him. Now, me personally, when I first seen him, it wasn't, he didn't make me tingle. I'm sorry. I think maybe for other girls, because I feel like that's why they was hating, that they think he's cute. Because I'm not going to lie, he is a handsome boy. Like, now that I have, like, after of getting to know him and shit like that. But, you feel me? Son really wasn't all that at all, for real. Like, not to me. So, I wasn't stunning him. So, next day at the cookout, I went to work, I went to home, I came, and then, of course, niggas was waiting for me because the brother, we gonna call him Ron, he really liked me, too, and, he wanted me first, before Son, but Margaret wanted me before Ron and Son. So it's like when they brought me around her, they like, yeah, get up off her, you feel me? Because they already knew, niggas already knew, like, oh, my son's about to take over. Like, she already knew. But, yeah, so I go home, change, come back. I'm in my, I'm in like a little crop top and jeans vibe. Nothing major. Just on some cute cookout shit. I come, like I said, niggas was waiting for me. So, it was just a vibe at the cookout. We're dancing at the cookout. We're twerking. We're shaking ass. We're doing the most at the cookout. Okay, like we're really showing out. And we ain't doing it for the niggas either. Like, we just came to eat. Like, bitch, I'm just a bitch that's why people invite me places. Because I'm just a bitch who, you feel me? When I'm the vibe, I'm the vibe, Like, if I want to stay home, there's times that I'm a Cancer. So it's times that I'm just like, I'd rather stay home and just not talk to nobody. But, bitch, when I'm outside, I'm outside. Like, I'm one of them girls, So, I'm gonna do that anyways. Like, twerking, I'm gonna do that anyways. Drinking, making everybody else take more shots. Like, eating, I'm gonna do all that regardless. Like, I'm gonna have a good time regardless. So, boom, here we go. Yeah, so Son, he pulls me aside and he starts trying to talk to me. He gets into a deep little convo with me. He starts telling me how he's trying to talk to me and everything. First, he starts out saying, though, like, do you talk to anybody? And of course I do. And at the time, I ain't gonna lie, I kept a roster. Like, like, I was fucking with one main nigga, but I kept a roster. And I'm gonna be real, ladies, that's the best way to keep your life. Like, do not stop fucking with your other niggas unless a nigga is really showing you, unless he's literally marking off all of the boxes. Literally, if he not marking off all the boxes, do not cut off all your other niggas. Like, it's better to have a roster, to be honest. And I feel like there is a reason why there's that one nigga in your roster that wants to make you just be with him. Because it's like, when you got a roster and niggas see clear as day that you have other niggas, clear as day that other niggas want you, clear as day that other niggas on you like how he's on you, they don't like that. So they want to stop that and all of that shit. But don't let them stop that shit. Keep that shit the fuck going. No cap. Anyway. So Yeah, when he starts out asking me about like, do I fuck with somebody, and I'm like, yeah, I do fuck with somebody, but at the time still I had other niggas or whatever. Like the nigga I was fucking with, like I had emotional feelings for him, but we hadn't had sex yet. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I was still in my past era of just dealing with this guy and that guy, whatever. So, but I wasn't thinking about dealing with Sun Sun. I really wasn't. So of course everybody peep how Sun pulled me aside and he trying to talk to me alone, and he pulled me to the side of the house. Mind you, Sun is on house arrest, and Sun is staying with his mama right now, and Sun is in his late 20s. So it's like it's just not a good, it's just not. I'm not looking, but at the same time I'm really a down to earth person, so which is why by the title, as you could tell, I ended up fucking with Sun anyways, you feel me? So I'm not saying that, oh, I'm too good to fuck with Sun, but at the end of the day, like, this is the situation, and I knew I could do better. Like, especially with me being in the situation I was in, like, I just knew I could do better. Period. So, boom. Like I said, everybody starts peeping that, but after the cookout, I still am not interested. I still continue talking to the guy that I was talking to, but shortly after, me and him just kind of fell off, just because of him being a bum himself, and just him not being on his own shit, and just him just doing weird shit, just turning me off, honestly. And then on top of that, like, not treating me as if I'm somebody to him, and don't ever play me like I'm not shit. You feel me? Because I'm not that bitch. Don't ever play me like I'm not shit. So, yeah, that's how it went with him. And that nigga still be trying to call me to this day, but that's another story. So once I stopped fucking with him, Sun was just right in my face, because he had been hitting me up. Like, he never had stopped hitting me up. He had never stopped calling me. He had never stopped sending me hella messages on Instagram, going crazy, sending me heart out after heart out on Instagram, like sending me DM after DM on Instagram. Like, he had never stopped none of that. So it's like, with one nigga out the way, he was just there. So eventually, like, me and him started talking on the phone. I started like thinking, let me give him a chance, just because he was always in my face. Like, he was so in my face, And the only reason why I didn't fuck with the brother is because the brother was thirsty. Like, the brother, I could tell he genuinely liked me, but like, he still, before he met me, he had tried to talk to the other friends, and I just couldn't get down with that. So it's like, and this is before I joined the friend group. So it's at the end of the day, I'm not saying that, oh, he tried to talk to me and then he tried to talk to them, because when he was trying to talk to me, he made it clear. And that's one thing about it, is like, I don't deal with niggas who don't really make that shit like clear that they fuck with me, that's really on me. I don't deal with niggas like that. So, the way Sun was on me, I let that go. And so eventually, me and Sun start talking on the phone. We was talking on the phone more and more, like FaceTiming, talking. And even then, still, I was like, I don't see myself having sex with him. I don't know. I just don't see it. But me and him was just talking, and he would come and see me or whatever. And one day, I was at work. Now, this is after maybe like, I'll say a month. After a month and some change of us talking consistently, like, he started calling me. I mean, he started I don't even know what the fuck I was gonna say. He called me and he said he gonna pick me up from work. And I was like, all right, bet. So by this time, we hadn't done anything sexual. We never even had kissed at this point or anything. Like, to be honest, I didn't know if I saw him like that yet, because it was just kind of like, the situation you in, and I just know I could do better for a nigga. Like, I could just have a roster, have fun out here. Like, I don't have to just fuck with you, So, boom. So let's say we met September 16th. We had sex October 16th. Like, it was kind of like just like that, But this is how it happened. So he picked me up from work. I was like, still not planning to have sex with him. I wasn't planning to do anything, honestly. I was just planning to get a ride from work, get a little drink on, have fun with a boy that I have, been feeling comfortable with and been talking to, and I kind of like, but don't really know if I'm attracted to. And then also, like, my friend lives there that used to work there. So Yeah, so I'm just like, yeah, I'm gonna just go over there and catch a vibe, just like how it was at the cookout, just on some regular shit. So boom. So me and the friend are getting drunk. We're just drinking this. We're drinking this back to back. So I had the bottle and I got the case of the four. So I had drunk majority of that shit. I shared the bottle, but I had drunk majority of the wine coolers. I think I drank all the wine coolers if I didn't drink 3 out of 4. So when that was going on, I was just feeling good. Like I was feeling good, but I wasn't feeling like, oh, I'm ready to fuck. I just was feeling good. So boom. He's plotting on me the whole time though. Little do I know. Little old me. Little do I know. The whole time, like he picked me up from work, the whole everything he was plotting on me. But I'm not saying that I didn't know he was plotting on me, because niggas always plot on you, but I know how hard he was plotting on me. You know what I'm saying? He was really plotting. So, because this is how bad he was plotting on me. Mind you, I just got off from work, so he was like, like you could take a shower over here, and like I'll wash your work clothes. You can get comfortable, like. And if I was sober, to be honest, I'd be like, nigga, I don't need to get comfortable here. I could go home and get comfortable. I'll just go home and wash my work clothes. Like, why would I? Like, that's what's so crazy about this situation. And this shit gonna trip you out when I get to the end of this shit. But that's what's tripped me out about it is 9 times out of 10, usually I'll be like, no, I'll just wash my shit at home. Like, I just wash my clothes at home. But I was kind of lit. And I feel like when you kind of tipsy and somebody who that you've been talking to, and I might not have known necessarily if I wanted to have sex with him yet, but at the same time he was still someone comfortable enough for me to be talking to him and linking with him, just for him to see, like, come pull up on me in the car, or like come see me and talk to me for a little bit. Like, it was something there. So with me getting drunk, it just made it that, like, I was even more comfortable with him. It was even more like, oh yeah, I'll come lay with you. Like, yeah, I'll do what you, yeah, I'll give you, you know what I'm saying? But I really wasn't thinking about having sex with him. But I kind of knew, like, that's probably what's going to happen. I knew he was going to try it. Like, let's, do not get me wrong. I knew 1,000% he going to try it tonight. Tonight is going to be the night he going to pull that move, and I don't know what I'm going to do. That's the exact thought right there. He gonna pull that thought. He gonna pull that move tonight, and I don't know. Am I gonna let him? Am I gonna, like, I still didn't know till I got drunk. He was like, nah, you talking to this friend too much. That's how he was moving. He was like, nah, come upstairs with me. Come upstairs. So he pulled me upstairs, and mind you, upstairs is like his little daughter's room. So yeah, we go up there, and he like lets me take a shower, and he washes my clothes. He washes my clothes there, and he lets me take a shower or whatever. So and he gave me clothes. This man gave me boxers, a tank top, and a do-rag. I had his fucking do-rag on. The reason why I had his do-rag on is because at the time, my hairstyle, I had a braided ponytail. So I had like my slick back natural hair in the braid. So yeah, I was like, no, if I'm gonna take a shower, I'm not gonna fuck up my hair. So yeah, he ended up giving me a do-rag for that. So he kind of already had in his mind, like, no, I'm trying to fuck. Like, you know what I'm saying? Looking back, I know, like, he was determined. And let me make this clear too, that I was only naive for the moment that I was a little bit lit. I wasn't naive to the fact of that he wanted to have sex with me. I already knew that. But like, I was lit, so it's like I was kind of letting shit slide, and I wasn't like realizing how bad he was really, like, looking back, he really went through a whole lot just to have sex with me. Like, he was like, nah, like, I gotta pick her up. I'm gonna pick her up. He was like, the fact that it's like, I have a home. It's not like I'm homeless or nothing. So you are putting me in the shower. You are putting me in the shower. You're washing my work clothes. Like, he's building this whole environment that's just comfortable as hell for me. Mind you, I had drunk with Margaret before. This was when Margaret had a crush on me and everything. Like, I had slept over Margaret's house before. Like, and I think I had slept in that room before because I was so fucking drunk and, like, out of my mind that night that, like, I end up waking up in another place and I don't even remember, like, what the fuck. I don't even remember getting home or none of that shit. Like, we was just lit that night. So that is the reason why I felt comfortable at Margaret's house, just to build a little backstory for you. So yeah, we smoked, we watched a movie. By the time I got out the shower, and of course he started. No, I'm just playing. No, but he started doing his thing. So at that point, honestly, he was doing so good. Like, it was like, I'm gonna let it happen. Like, he got me to the point that I wanted to have sex now, like, or that I was gonna give him, see what that shit talking about. So the Atlanta demon came out of me. Ooh, for real though, like, I had to see what that shit was talking about, like. And on some real shit, it was like, it was good. I ain't gonna lie. Then he started hitting me. It was good. I let him do it. We did that. He tried to go a second round, but it was like it didn't work. And then he was talking about how, like, the juice in prison, like, cause he just got out of prison. So he was telling me how the juice in prison, like, made like his shit not as active or some dumb shit like that. I don't know. But I wasn't even stunned. I was lit. I had just got off work, and he had did that, like, and it was a good amount of foreplay before before we actually end up doing that. So I was tired. So I was satisfied and I was good. And it wasn't too short. It wasn't like as soon as he went in, it was just like, boom. So, you feel me? I was good. He felt like he ain't do enough. He ain't show out enough. He was trying to show out some more. But by the time he hit the second round, I was tired. I laid down. And I ended up sleeping over there. It was never the plan for me to sleep over there. Mind you, he was just supposed to be picking me up from work. But he was so focused on trying to have sex with me that, like, he didn't plan all this shit out. And mind you, this is my coworker. And mind you, this lady is, like, she's older than my mom, actually. So yeah. So yeah, the next morning I wake up, I start hitting the blunt a little bit because we had a little blunt left. And I got up before him. So for a minute I felt like everything was cool, but then I started kind of feeling the feeling like, I should get out of here now. Like, I should get out of here probably by now. So next thing you know, Margaret unlocks the door. Like, the door's locked. She unlocks it with her finger or with a knife or whatever she unlocks it with. She unlocks the door. She comes in, and boy. And when she comes in, she sees me sitting next to her son on her granddaughter's bed with his shirt on and his boxers on, halfway smoking a blunt. Like, she was pissed. She was pissed the fuck off. But she didn't say anything disrespectful to me. She was very calm. She was just like, Cree, please just go. Leave my house. And I just got out of there before she could say anything disrespectful to me, because I really don't tolerate disrespect. And it's like, I try to, like, move around certain shit, and I really try to avoid certain shit. So it's like, when she said that, I was like, all right. And I told, before, anything blew up, I said, go get my work clothes. Go get my clothes. Because he washed my clothes. So I'm telling him, go get my clothes. I'm very irritated with him because it's like, if he had gave me a heads up and told me, like, she gonna be tripping, like, if she see that you here, or she gonna be, you know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, that's his mom. Yes, she's my coworker, but that's his mom, so he should know her better than I do. So I'm expecting him to, at least give me a heads up at least. But I feel like he didn't want to be embarrassed like that. He didn't want to admit that, like, shit, yeah, I'm in my mom's house. I can't even do nothing for real. Like, he just didn't want to sound like that nigga, like me knowing him as a person now. So yeah, like I was more so pissed at him. So I'm like, get my work clothes, like get my clothes. Like, so he brings my clothes. Soon as he brings my clothes, I don't even put my pants on. I literally ran out of her house with just his boy shorts on. And I think I had my shirt on or something like that and had my stuff. But I ran like to the next like 3 houses down and I just put my pants on from there. Of course, I put on my shoes and all that stuff. Like, it wasn't like that startled where it was like an emergency, but it was like more so I wanted to get out of here fast as hell. So he had got up starting to argue with her, like, and he don't have no ass. When he got up and was like walking to go tell her, like, bro, why you had to do all that to Margaret? I'm like, oh my God, what did I do? Like, this boy is a stick. I have to stop doing him like that. I really have to stop doing him like that, y'all. So anyway, let me put my glasses back on. So anyway, I ran to the next, like 3 houses down. I called my Uber and I was standing there, you know, of course, fully clothed by that point. Like, and I was really mad at him. I was very mad at him and very irritated with him. And I felt like, no, I am, for one, I felt ashamed. Like, as I was getting out of that house, I was like, I am never having sex with him again. I am never doing that shit again. I felt like it was a dumbass decision. Like, I felt like it was a dumbass decision for me to make in the first place. So I'm just kind of going over that myself. I wasn't responding to nothing he was saying. He was texting me a bunch of messages. I just told him straight up. I texted him back and I was like, I am never having sex with you again. Like, we are never fucking again. Usually when I tell a nigga that, we really never do. Ever again. So, yeah, I tell him that. He like, oh, you're not gonna fuck me again? Like, bro, you mad because of this? He started trying to turn it around and say, oh, you care more about your reputation than your friendship with my mom. Bro, I'm like, it's not about a friendship at this point. Like, at the end of the day, like, I don't know her like that. And at the end of the day, what I do know, we can be cool as cucumbers, but what I do know is that this woman, when she gets in her mood, she be talking that shit. She be going crazy. Like, she be telling all the business at work, anywhere. So it's like, we work together. So I'm already knowing that now everybody at the job is gonna know that I didn't have sex with her son. I didn't want nobody to know that at this point. So I was pissed off, to be honest, and I just didn't want to deal with him no more. And really, I should have stopped dealing with him at this point. But you feel me? That's just what the fuck happened. I should have stopped dealing with him at this point, but hey, he is my baby daddy today. I know you wasn't expecting the story to end this way. But yes, he is my baby father. He I know. I hope you enjoyed the story. And that's all I could say. And now I have Margaret for my baby's grandmother. So I would tell more stories on that, but shit is really real out here, my nigga. So I'm not telling no more stories. I hope you enjoyed it.